Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Angela Garrone, that's G-A-R-R-O-N-E, and I'm an attorney with the Southern Alliance for Clean Energy based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And I'd like to thank you for giving us this opportunity on 2 days to speak to you about the clean power plants. Now, our organization works to promote clean energy solutions for the Southeast that help protect our families from the dangers of carbon-intensive forms of energy production, like coal-fired power plants, and to help build a new clean energy economy that will bring much-needed jobs to our region. And for this reason, we thank EPA for including renewable energy and energy efficiency resources as compliance options in the proposed Clean Power Plan. In order to reduce our nation's carbon emissions, we need a creative approach that takes advantage of the carbon-saving energy technologies that are already available, like solar, wind, and energy efficiency resources. Business as usual won't cut it. Just as the Pony Express and landline phone companies had to face facts that their industry is antiquated, so much now the coal industry. I'd like to thank EPA for doing something also that Congress has failed to do, and that is set meaningful limits on carbon emissions from our nation's power sector. We've heard a lot of pushback from coal-dependent states and industry that EPA has overstepped its reach in establishing the Clean Power Plan, and that EPA should have just left that job to Congress. Without pointing out the obvious, which is that our stagnant Congress is having a hard time passing any legislation, I'd like to recognize that EPA is regulating carbon emissions using the Clean Air Act, which was created by an act of Congress, back when Congress worked together to address important issues like air pollution. The great amount of input that EPA solicited from the private sector before even proposing the Clean Power Plan is a great example of regulators working with industry to create a flexible solution to a huge problem like climate change. The rule gives states maximum flexibility in meeting carbon emission limits that were specially created to fit each state's unique energy mix. Now, the Southeast disproportionately contributes to national carbon pollution levels due to its abundance of coal-fired power plants, as the Southeast is home to almost 270 coal units that collectively emit over 366 million tons of carbon dioxide annually. Unlike other states across the country like Vermont and Washington, southeastern states have not been as willing to reduce their reliance on coal-fired energy and make way for the current available forms of clean energy production. We have seen some of our utilities take the lead in retiring coal plants and building new cleaner generation sources, like our own Tennessee Valley Authority, but many are wasting ratepayer money to prop up old, inefficient, dirty coal plants. It is our hope that the Clean Power Plan can serve as a tool to push states to recognize the realities of coal-fired power. It threatens our health, endangers our waterways, increases climate change pollution, and is no longer the cheapest source of energy. We should embrace clean energy sources that can provide cost-effective, reliable power to our region and bring jobs to communities that desperately need them. We are also hopeful that the Southeast will take advantage of the regional compliance plan that EPA has provided so that we can all work together across our states to come up with a plan that helps our region grow as a leader in clean energy production while also decreasing our region's contribution to carbon pollution. As a native Southerner and proudly hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, I'd love to see my region become part of the solution to climate change rather than part of the problem. Thank you.